A large flying creature with no feathers, but it's not a bat. That is a pterosaur, often called pterodactyl, or dinosaur bird or dragon. Stay with me for sightings reported in the United States. Some persons assume a modern pterosaur, if it could have survived into the present, would only live in a remote area of the planet. That idea is known from the fiction The Lost World by Arthur Conan Doyle. Consider two composite sketches chosen by two eyewitnesses, the Australian Brian Hennessy and the American Dwayne Hodgkinson. The two sightings were in mid-20th century in New Guinea. Both flying creatures had a long tail. This is not a science fiction story, but a real case for cryptozoology. Now consider these two sketches, each drawn by an American eyewitness who was in Cuba in the mid-20th century at the time of the sighting. These encounters were about 6 years apart. Unfortunately, neither American had a camera handy. Fortunately, both had a talent for visual memory and a skill at realistic sketching. Could those two apparent pterodactyls in Cuba have been closely related to the two flying creatures seen in the Southwest Pacific, possibly even the same species? It does not stop there. Consider the following encounters in the United States. The eyewitnesses are quoted. Sighting number 1 in Fremont, California on January 14, 2018. Quote, I witnessed a pterodactyl from roughly 50 to 75 feet away, gliding steadily, seemingly mere feet above the rooftop of an adjacent building. Wingspan estimated 12 feet, distinctly visible diamond shape at end of tail. Unquote. Sighting number 2, summer of 2007 in downtown Phoenix, Arizona. Quote, I was outside looking over at the Salt River bed that separated my employer from the airport. I saw a very large ptero something swoop in and land, splashing in the water. It had no feathers, and it was very large. It had a thing coming out of the back of its head. I was stunned. I reacted slowly, but did run inside and get others to come out and get a pic, but it was gone. I was always laughed at when telling the story and never looked it up online until the other day when I was pleased to see I am not the only one. Sighting number 3. Quote, I live in South Texas and I saw what appeared to be a pterodactyl or dragon-like bird. It hovered over my car. It was as wide as the road. I just turned on my car and drove off as fast as I could. Sighting number 4. Quote, I was in Austin, Texas, probably about 1984 to 86. In my backyard, I heard a commotion in the slightly wooded area, looked up and saw a creature land, not entirely gracefully, into a tree, fold its featherless brown wings down, look right, look left, and then stretch out its wings and launch into the air again. I distinctly remember the folding of the wings, the protrusion on the back of its head, and a long beak. I would estimate a wingspan of 5 to 6 feet, unquote. Sighting number 5, quote, it was probably 1982 when me and my older brother were sitting in our carport at Union Village Apartments in Texarkana, Arkansas. It was getting dark, but there was plenty of light in the sky when we saw what we believed to be a pterodactyl. The wingspan seemed to be about 25 feet to 30 feet wide. It was probably 70 feet to 80 feet off the ground, flying over a large tree in front of the house. I never saw the wings flap. It just glided. If someone would have told me that they had seen a creature like that, I doubt I would have believed the story until I saw it for myself. I hope that investigations will continue. I do believe eventually one of these creatures will be captured or found right here in the USA, unquote. Please share this video. Thank you.